I want to talk to you today about how our delusional dreams are coming true. And you can actually check it with yourself as well. And I've been doing this exercise, especially as my birthday is coming up this Friday, and I feel excited about 41 years old on this earth. And I was thinking, oh my God, all the delusional ideas and dreams that I had, they all came true so far. And I hadn't realized this for a long time, but I was thinking, okay, what if we all had this identity of someone who says, all my delusional ideas come true, or all my dreams, whether they're delusional or no, they always come true because I'm the type of person who makes that happen, or I'm the type of person who believes in higher forces to make it happen, whatever your worldview is, right? So here is a list of delusional dreams that became reality without me even realizing that was the case. And I am currently developing an identity for myself where I feel, okay, I am the type of person whose delusional dreams always come true. This is just how I am, right? So I was talking to a friend yesterday. We had a dinner, and I was telling her that my next delusional idea is that I would like to work 1 day a week, and then the rest of the time I want to take time off to creativity and to traveling. That's my goal for 2027. So I would like the dream or the reality where it feels delusional for many people, including myself currently. But I would like to have that reality where I am only dedicating time to working with client-facing work one day a week, and the rest doing creativity and connection with my loved ones and traveling. But not so long ago, that delusional idea and vision that I had, that I wanted to only work on the things that I really believe in and matters, and I no longer want to go to any meetings where I feel like I'm just wasting my time, or going to any meetings where I feel exhausted coming out of it, or doing the report and writing that I don't find sense in doing or no one's interested in reading. I no longer want that in my reality, right? That was the delusional dream that I had, that I want to live a life where I'm only doing things that I actually believe in and make sense, and I don't do anything else. And that reality is what I'm living now. I've been living for almost 6 years. And that felt delusional 2020 when I was talking to all the people around me and I was telling them that I will be doing coaching and I will be only doing things that I really love and I will not do anything else that does not belong to that category. And everyone was like, yes, that's cute, but it won't work that way, right? And that was the delusional idea, and that is a reality for a long time now. Another delusional dream that I had was I would like to replicate my UN Peace 3 salary. And you've heard me talk about this many times, but that was a delusional idea for many people, including even now. Probably many people feel, of course, that's delusional, especially in this funding crisis. Who does that, or who even can do that, right? But that has been my reality for at least 4 years now or more. Another delusional dream that was a delusional at the time in 2020 when I was quitting my UN job is doing everything new from scratch, not knowing even if it's even a profession in the COVID times, right? And that was a delusional thing that anyone could do, but I did it because I was just so fed up of the alternatives. So you can see that I could count probably many other delusional dreams and ideas that I had as to how I would like to live my life. And at the time, it all sounded really delusional. And it was like, yes, no one does that. Who does that? And you can't really do that, right? So another delusional idea, I think, that just to keep giving more examples of how that's true, how that's my reality now, is I only wanted to work with people who love working with me, because I felt like in the humanitarian sector, this nature of how you don't really choose your colleagues, you don't really choose your bosses, right? You don't really choose with whom you work, and therefore you just feel like you're tolerating a lot of behaviors and bullshit behaviors, and not really feeling like you can do much about it except learning to deal with them, right? But then, as I was leaving the humanitarian sector, I told myself, okay, I would like to work with people who genuinely love to work with me. That's the only way I'm working. I don't want to be tolerating anyone. I don't want anyone to be tolerating me, which is important, right? So, therefore, I love working with people who love working with me. And that was delusional because no workspace has that problem. I mean, maybe I'm exaggerating, right? Maybe there are workspaces that has that, but most of the time in the humanitarian sector that we know, or even in corporate in general, that doesn't seem to be the case. But I have created and living that life where I work with people who love working with me. And this is like my clients, but also this is my team members. I now have one team member who is going to be doing my sales calls, and I have a whole other company who's doing my ads and different things, and they're amazing. So I just feel like I'm working with people who love working with me, who love working on the things that we all believe in, and who do their own coaching themselves and get coaching. All of this is just part of how we are working together, right? So we're no longer solving those I don't know, basic questions of, oh, I'm doing it because I have to, and how can I tolerate you and keep smiling to you, but not really being able to say what's going on. I no longer exist in that environment. And this is again a delusional dream that became a reality now. Well, it has been a reality for a long time because I have had like most phenomenal clients, and I continue having them. And I have now team members as well who are phenomenal. So you can see that all of these examples, if we look at it from my previous humanitarian life, if I was back then thinking about, or someone would tell me that that's possible and you can do this, I would also label that as delusional. And here I am living it. Now, obviously, I don't want to glorify things just by saying, oh, these are all delusional dreams coming true, and therefore everything is glory and daisies. No, absolutely not. And I feel like I need to dedicate more time to talk about all the miseries and failures. And like even today, as this morning, I woke up, I had a lot of things that I wanted to get done in this 3 hour window that I had, and I was so pissed with so many things of what I was supposed to do, and I couldn't get it done, and I was just like, ah. So those things happen all the time. But coming back to the delusional dreams coming true, the the part that I'm realizing more and more as to how we have that identity already within us that help us experience those delusional dreams. And maybe you had it as well when you look back, excuse me, when you look back at your own life and say that, okay, these are the achievements and these are the successes that I have created that might have sounded delusional at the time when you didn't have those successes. And once you have them, then you realize, oh, apparently I am someone who can make that happen, right? If you looked back at them, then notice how you are the one who created them, meaning notice your identity that you created from. So when I looked at my delusional dreams and how I've created them, every one of them is me deciding that this is the type of life I want to, or this is the type of work I want to do, and excluding everything else. This was, I think, one of the biggest identities that I held, and I really am grateful for it. Right? So I said, in other words, this is how I would like, this is how I really believe in, this is what I'm passionate about, and therefore everything else is excluded. Notice I wasn't approaching it from, if this works out, yeah, that would be great. Right? I was approaching it from determination, commitment of, this is the life I would like, and I'm excluding everything else, or I'm not going for anything else. This is what I want, and that's it. And that level of decision, that level of determination, I believe we all humanitarians have that, and you have that as well. So, especially if you want those delusional dreams coming true in your own life and you feel like you have already had the examples of how that's true and now you would like more of them, then this might be the identity that you already have, but you may want to bring it more to light. You may want to focus on it more, right? So, the way that I'm doing it currently is for the next 10 years of my life until I'm 50, and it feels like that will be another stage in life. But until I'm 50, I'm thinking of all the delusional things that I would like to experience and the delusional sounding impact that I would like to create. And in order to do that, my focus is on, okay, I'm the type of person who can do that, right? And the next thing that we want to do, and this is I'm realizing more and more, is that as I have created this delusional sounding dream coming true in the last 6 years, I'm realizing a lot of the suffering and a lot of the struggle in the beginning of my journey that was not necessary, but I went through anyway. Now that in hindsight I see that it wasn't necessary, but at the time, of course, I didn't know. And that was all coming from this idea that in order to make big life changing things happen, you need to suffer through and you need to struggle through so much that you then feel like you have earned it. You then feel like you deserve it, right? And you probably have that feeling as well, and you know what I'm talking about. And I'm now realizing that, okay, that type of mindset and energy I don't want to bring to the next 10 years of my life, when I'm creating delusional type of dreams, right? So my delusional dreams for the next 10 years of my life is not only making impact at like 2,000 humanitarians, but I would like to do it for hundreds of thousand humanitarians, especially who are feeling like they're conditioning their freedom, right? They're conditioning their freedom by, okay, the only way I can feel free financially, I need to work for this corporate, or the only way I can enjoy being with my family is I have to do this thing. Whatever that freedom that they are restricting themselves and conditioning to something else, I would like to help them remove that conditioning. And in order for me to do that with hundreds of thousands of humanitarians, I would like to do it without bringing the struggle and the suffering and all of this into the equation. That is unnecessary, meaning that I am doing that because I just feel like that's the way to deserve something. I may always go through turmoils of emotions, of different emotions, of how things not working and how I am not achieving the outcomes with my people the way that I want to. And I may get frustrated with myself at times, and all of this can happen. But still, I would be able to pinpoint to why I'm having those emotional reactions versus keep feeling like, oh, this is bad and this is not how it's supposed to be, and all of this, I have to somehow struggle more, I have to hustle more, and all of this. I don't want to have that for the next 10 years of my life, right? So I would like to experiment how to create delusional dreams without having that struggle and suffering and misery story. The other thing that helped me to experience the delusional dream now in my reality, and I think this is something that I can't stress enough, is at some point I realized I was focusing too much on fixing things. Like, as if something constantly wrong with me, or as if something that I still have to do something to get there somewhere, or as if I need to be this person and then I can do this, right? Whatever that version of, it's you are never there or you are never arrived, you are always in the chasing, in the going somewhere mode, in the if I can get here, then I will have this success. Or if I can do this thing, then I can whatever, right? Like all of this, I have removed most of them. And this has been so helpful to be in the moment of I have arrived. This is my life. This is my vision. I'm living my vision. My vision was doing something that I love, um, making the UN Peace 3 level salary, and being with my loved ones while doing it, right? This was the vision that I really wanted for myself, and I'm living it. I have been living it for the last 6 years, as I said. So if we don't recognize that whatever the thing that we were chasing or whatever the thing that we were wanting, and if we have it and we're still not able to live it, then it's the habitual way of our brains wiring that keeps telling us that we need to go somewhere, we need to do something, we need to be somewhere in order to, or we need to become this person in order to, or we need to fix this, we need to fix that. All of that I'm no longer doing. And it may sound very contradictory with what I'm saying, that how I would like my next 10 years to look like, where I would like to impact even more hundreds of thousands of humanitarians. And when I'm doing that, it may sound like, okay, if you're doing that, you're still getting somewhere, right? And I can feel that, I can hear you, but at the same time, I'm wanting to do this from this place of, I'm not doing it so that I can feel something, right? So in the pattern that I'm describing, where I'm constantly like fixing something to get somewhere, I'm reinforcing the pattern of, in order for me to feel something, I need to fix something, right? That pattern that keeps running in our heads. And that's why we're never able to be in the present. Instead, we're constantly either in the future or in the past. But my way of wanting to do, and of course I'm practicing doing it, my way of doing it for the next 10 years is, I'm already here. I'm already feeling all the amazing things that I'm feeling, and also all the shitty things I'm feeling. So me going and doing something, me feeling, or I don't know, me achieving something, is not really to feel something, right? Is not really to feel more successful, is not really to feel more whatever. I would like to do this because I just can't not do that. Meaning, that's how I want to spend my life, right? Meaning that this is just how I see myself and this is who I am. I can't be any other way. And I don't want to be any other way. This is how I want to contribute and do great things. This is how I want to grow as human, without fixing, without wishing things were different, without hoping things are different, without any of those, but rather, okay, I would like to experience my full freedom without conditioning to, okay, if I have this, then I will feel this. Without conditioning to, if I have this success, then I can say that I'm this type of person. I don't want my freedom to be conditioned in any way anymore. I want to experience my freedom as this is who I am. End of story. This is what I do. And I feel great already. And doing this will probably add more greatness. And that's amazing. And if it doesn't, that's okay too. But I'm already feeling good about doing it. And I feel the identity that I want to have, and that identity is all my delusional dreams always come true. That's just who I am. Now, I would like everything else unfold the way that it unfolds. So, I would like to leave you with one thing, which is if you also recognize that you have that identity, you are that person whose delusional dreams always come true, then which of them would you like to experience now? And how would you like to experience that now? And also, you can look at the past and see all the ways that you have made that possible. And feeling grateful to yourself for having done that, feeling grateful to all the people who helped you achieve that. And then also feel like, okay, now this is what I'd like to experience. And here are the things that I start working on to experience it. Not because you're searching for, I don't know, validation or feeling that now you've made it or whatever, because you have already made it. If you've already made it by experiencing other delusional dreams already, then what if you've made it? What if you're already that person, that amazing person who doesn't need any fixing, doesn't need any, I don't know, whatever, but rather, okay, I would like to purely focus on experiencing this type of life. And let me find ways to experience it. And I would like for you to do this work together, to be going for what other delusional dream I could experience in my lifetime. And let me go experience it. Okay, my dears, I hope this was helpful for you to really look at your own dreams and goals and visions, and you feel, if you feel delusional, what if they're actually not delusional at all? And what if you're actually capable of experiencing it now, this year? You can even challenge your brain. I love challenging my brain with coaching tools and say, okay, whatever that delusional dream is, let me experience it this year. And if I do, how would I experience it? And then I get to know all of my inner objections that come up, right? And that says, oh, but you cannot do this because of this, da, 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 da. And then I start realizing, oh, these are the restrictions that my brain is imposing on myself without me even realizing. Okay, it's good that now I realized and I can do something with it. And then go to the other side.